Hello, this is in the nature of a test, and it's the first time I've used the camera, so I'm sort of testing, and I'm in the backyard, as we call it, you might call it the garden, which I just want to take a quick tour. There you can see a hanging plant. I wish I knew the name, but there you are, I don't. But over here we have a very wonderful climbing rose. It seems to have stopped climbing, I don't know why, but it's very beautiful. Over here we have this strange beast thing here, I'm not quite sure what it's called, but it's very wonderful. And of course here we have a very wonderful vine. This vine is incredible, and we had some very cold weather in January, below freezing, and I thought the thing had absolutely died, so I cut it all the way back, but now I see it sprouting. Can you see the little sprouts on it? I think you can. There are some there, but anyway, not to get too close. It's always a temptation to zoom in, but I find it's not such a good idea. I've come back to my longer view of the garden. Oh, I just wanted to point out something for you over there. You see we have these beautiful palm trees, and they go up. Of course they go up, but they also come down. Those leaves there you can see. Let me see if I can get close. Those branches, they fall down, and in fact they have to be cut down. But there's a couple of things I really desperately wanted to show you. One is this little plant here, which I think I can just get in. Oh, there it is. It's quite nice. I don't know what it's called, but I just put it up the other day, put a couple of brackets up. And over here, of course, we've got the wonderful bougainvillea. I bought it to grow against the fence. And oh, here, this is quite remarkable. I particularly want to show you these because these are, I've forgotten what they're called. But anyway, I put them in about a week ago and I thought they died. So I gave them a fresh blast of water. And look at that, they've come alive. They've come alive. It's wonderful. And of course it is wonderful. The garden is a wonderful thing. But of course, the other thing we have in the garden is, well, over there we've got a trash can and we'll put the garden trash in it. I suppose you'd call it a dustbin. But anyway, there you are. Now we're looking down again now at the lawn area. And, I just want to show you this. This is amaryllis. This is the most remarkable plant that a friend of mine gave us years ago, and every year it dies down and you think it's absolutely dead, and it has these tubers. I think you call them tubers. Tubers, yeah. And they grow remarkably. Look at that. I'm just going to move a bit closer. I'm walking now, not zooming. But I think they're just absolutely outstanding. Look at that. Look at that. Just incredible. Now, I'm going to give you a really close-up view. Look at that. Look, isn't that fantastic? Now, just to show you these are spent daffodils. And everybody raves about daffodils, but they're not so good when they're spent. Here is a rose, a small rose. I think I can see it, yeah. And now you can't see this until I get a bit closer, but what I wanted to show you this from seed, basil, or as they say over here, basil herb plant, and which I think is rather wonderful. And over here, something even more remarkable. I forgot to show you this. This is also grown from seed at great expense. This is carrots growing, which I think is quite remarkable. But there again, I think everything's remarkable. And I'm going to show you something else right now. These are some chrysanthemums that a Morris friend gave it just for Christmas, and they died down, and I decided to plant them. And look how they've come up. It's quite remarkable. You probably think I think everything is remarkable. Well, I do. But I just think that's remarkable. And next door to it, look at this. Look at this. This is truly remarkable. This is the true Irish four-leaf clover, which was given to Maury by a friend of hers, and we haven't talked to her for about 5 years. But anyway, they're quite nice. And when I zoom round, of course, I can sort of come back and down and see the other side of the amaryllis, and which is quite nice. But I'm going to move down. Now I'm just going to start you. You'll see something different now. I put the umbrella up, which I didn't have up before. I apologise for that. We do put it down because it gets quite windy, and I don't want it to break, and so that's why we take it down. But anyway, the other thing I need to show you very quickly is the barbecue, or the grill as they call them over here. In fact, we have two grills, which in America is very necessary in case one conks out. But the other one is here. This is a big one. I bought this a few years ago when Maury's family were coming. They came and have never been back again. But anyway, there are the two grills. Oh, and there's the seat. It needs some work. It needs some work. I usually redo it once a year, but the weather gets to it and the paint comes off it. But it's not too bad. The other thing, of course, is this wonderful contraption here is what I hang the light on when I'm doing the barbecuing. But over here, this is something really I've got to show you. Oh, first of all, I'll show you this because I know you'll be interested in it. I've got to make sure I've got it in the viewfinder because it's very bright sun and it's sometimes difficult to see. Let's see what I've got here. Oh yes, look, there it is. Now, you'll be very surprised to know that that little thing sticking up there is the upland piece of a blueberry plant, which we're growing with great anticipation. And of course over here, sorry, this is something else I need to show you. This is a pear tree. Now the remarkable thing about this pear tree is that it doesn't have a partridge. And the reason that it doesn't have a partridge is because it's not Christmas, is it? Thought you'd realise that. But it's just started to bloom. Look at the lovely blossoms. There's a blossom that was blowing away. There's one blossom. And as you move up the tree, you can probably see others. But I'll come back down to this one because I know you can see that. And over here, you can't really see much of it, but there's something I planted. It's going to climb up that trellis, but it's a bit slow at climbing at the moment because it's quite small. But and over here, you'll never believe this, but here is another pear tree. Isn't that remarkable? I just think the pear tree is a wonderful tree. And this is something you'll all be so excited about. This is a lemon tree. Now, and an orange tree. It grows oranges and lemons. You can't believe that, can you? It's a pity because we've just had a full harvest of oranges. We had about 100 oranges, and most of them were inedible because they're too bitter. And we had lemons, limes, which were absolutely beautiful. Maury likes a lime and a gin and tonic. I don't drink gin and tonic, but anyway, there you are.